Napa know-how.
A Napa guy knows more isn't always better, unless we're talking about full-size vans. These beasts do more than get you from A to B. They have so much space a man can live in it. With shag carpeting, waterbed, and a sweet lava lamp, these mobile abodes have all the comforts of home. With quality parts and plenty of Napa know-how, you can keep the original tiny house running longer, stronger. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
Hi, you guys. This is Good Deeds, and I'm Dr. Renee Sunday. I'm Dr. Renee Sunday. They got me going today. I just thank God for being alive. You know what I'm saying? The thing you have to remember, okay, all this going, people been calling me, you media, that's Sunday, so what you going to say about this one? But you know what? I got to go there. I'm a minister, so I got to go there. It's a lot of stuff that's going to happen in this world that we don't understand. It's a lot of stuff that's going to happen in this world that you actually, in your secret place, you wonder why it didn't happen to you. Amen. We're going to go there for just a minute. The thing about it is, it rains on the just and the unjust, okay? The thing about it is we do have to go through good. We got to go through what we deem is bad. But you know what the scripture always say? All things. They don't say just one or two. All things work together for those who love God. But you know what I'm saying? I am a grief counselor as well. The thing about it is you have to show support. A lot of times, especially in the South, I'm going to go there. We love to say things. We have to say something. But just being there to support somebody, just being there to just say, can I hold your hand? Can I make sure you eat something today? That's what we need to do. Just be our brother and our sister's keeper, okay? Because when you're in a situation, you want somebody to help you as well, right? In our businesses, we need to realize that our businesses, our calling, the things that we actually are doing, it's not for us. Yeah, we actually mature in the thing, and then we are truly grateful and blessed for the things that we have. But the true mission is to help somebody else, to actually help somebody to know that they actually are beautiful, they wonderfully made, and they can actually walk out their dreams, their goals, no matter what it looks like. And I just love it. I have the awesome opportunity of being your host. Again, I am Dr. Renee Sunday. I'm the platform builder. Some people call me the be seen, be heard, get paid expert. So watch out now. Before you know it, you'll be seen, you'll be heard, and the money going to run you down. But I just love it. We have been entrusted with so many platforms, but you know what? I give all the honor and glory where it goes. And you know that for me is God. But the thing is, let me ask the question. My team said, get right now. The question for Dr. Renee, ask Dr. Renee, because we have a powerhouse that's in the studio today, this afternoon, depending on when you listen live or in the archive. The question was, for me, for this episode was, Dr. Renee, you talk about a lot that you're very passionate about having mentors and having coaches. If you had to pick out one, because, you always hear me saying, so like what Oprah always said, you have many. Yes. But one or maybe one pair of a person, a man and a lady, if I had to pick somebody out, pick two people out, a man and a lady. And I would actually have to say, and I'm not saying that because they listening, but it's my mom and dad. My mom and dad, I grew up in Birmingham, Alabama. I grew up in they went through the civil rights, okay? They went through the boycott or this or that. They actually did the march, and I think you've heard me say that my dad was baptized in the same place of the Pettus Bridge in Selma. You probably have seen the movie that Oprah did there. But my dad, that's where they baptized. It's clean water now, but it wasn't, like that back in the day. But they resilience, that they didn't stop, that they didn't cave in, that they didn't, say, oh, I ain't going to have no kids. Or they say, oh, I'm not going to have but one child. But they actually instilled so much into me that I know that I'm beautiful and wonderfully made, that I actually know I can do whatever I put my mind to. But, the thing that did tell me for sure, I got to work. It ain't going to fall from the sky. I have to do my due diligence. So that was just a short and quick answer to my mentors that really mean a lot to me is my parents. I love them dearly, but they actually gave me the foundation. And I'm thankful for them that they nurtured me and they chastised me as well, all right? But anyway, that's just a little bit of what I told the young lady when she asked the question. We had a great dialogue. But we cannot, I know y'all ready. Just get your pen and your paper because this powerhouse she's going to shut us down. She's going to get you straight, okay? She's networking is her thing. She loves to achieve success and, business, but, of course, we got to do it on a personal level as well. But she's a Dr. Sharon-H-Porter. She's an educator. I love it. She's an author. She's an entrepreneur. She's a speaker. So she can come to you at different levels, right? But I want you to sit back and relax and enjoy the magnificent Dr. Sharon-H-Porter. Are you there?
I am here, Dr. Renee. Thank you so much.
I love it. She gonna get y'all that energy. I love it. She put me up another level. But Dr. Sharon, that's her AKA Dr. Sharon. Tell us a little bit more about yourself and the amazing things that's going on in your life.
Yes, absolutely. I am a full-time educator, and I always start with that because I am passionate about my educators and my education. So I'm a full-time educator of 20-plus years in Maryland and North Carolina. I've been a principal. I've been assistant principal. I've worked in central office and, of course, a classroom teacher. And so that is my first love. And so I am an author. I've contributed to about 6 or 7 now anthologies, and I created my own just last year, Next in Line to Lead, and this is the voice of the assistant principal because that's what I do currently. I work with new principals and new assistant principals, and that has been my newfound passion. And so my first book was Next in Line to Lead, the voice of the assistant principal. I also, Dr. Renee, have 2 more anthologies coming out, and I'm so excited about that. The class of 2017, What's Next? This anthology features all 2017 graduates. I myself was a graduate in 2017. I'm getting my doctorate from Howard University. And, the question that I most got after receiving this degree was, what's next? And so I decided to feature several graduates from all levels, starting from high school all the way up to law school, on what's next in their lives now that they have reached this milestone. So you guys can look for that later on this fall. And then my next anthology is Women Who Lead. This dynamic anthology will feature about 30 women from various backgrounds, various industries who are leading and doing their thing in their industries. And they're not only going to talk about the glitz and the glam of their journey, but they're going to talk to you about those struggles, about those obstacles that they had to face to get where they are today. So I'm so excited about that as well. So the next level, Dr. Renee, is the entrepreneur journey. So about 2 years ago, I decided to create and open my own private practice in coaching and consulting. And so I am the CEO and owner of Perfect Time SHP, coaching and consulting firm. And when I tell you I am having a ball with this, it has just opened up so many doors for me. I work with aspiring leaders as well as aspiring entrepreneurs through Perfect Time SHP. I actually founded 2 organizations from Perfect Time. The G.R.I.N.D Entrepreneur Network, which is that networking piece that you mentioned earlier, and Write the Book Now. And so with those 2 entities, my passion are educators, authors, and entrepreneurs. And that really sums me up, Dr. Renee. I'm married. I have a bonus daughter and a wonderful Bichon, Coco Cotton, who I love dearly. That is me in a nutshell. I know that was a lot.
Oh, no. You know how we women now, we can wear a lot of hats and we do very well in them. So we just thank you for that. But I want to step back a little bit because I love how you say, of course, I need to put in the beginning that you're educator. You've worn so many different hats in that. And first of all, I want to give you an accolade for that because I know my teachers, back in the day, you know, they went through some things, but now things that people go through, it's a different culture out there. So
yes.
I believe you really have to you can't play like you want to be an educator. You have to be you really have to have that passion to shine through.
That is so true. That is so true. I tell you, you know, working with these novice leaders today, because again, my work, my 9 to 5 professional career, I coach first and second year principals as well as first and second year assistant principals. And part of that work is helping them help the teachers, because as you said, today it's a whole different ball game than when we came from school. You know, I just had my 30th high school class reunion this weekend, and it really allowed me an opportunity, especially as an educator, to really think on that 30 years. And when I tell you that high school is not the same that it was 30 years ago, not even 20 years ago. So you are so right. Today, your heart must be for the servant leader in order to be able to reach these children today, because it's a new day. It's a new day, and you have to be committed to the learning of these individuals. And because you know it's not about the paycheck, it's not about the glam, because there's nothing glamorous. And, you know, back in the day, educators used to be held to a higher esteem, but now, you know, you go into the classroom, you go into schools, it's no respect. So you have to have a love for what you do as an educator today.
Yeah. You know, it's so funny. Even it's been listen. When did I graduate high school? 86. I still remember all of my teachers, and when they see me, they tell me that's why they pushed me, so that they saw greatness in me. And I said to them,
yes.
You should have told me. But I just truly, blessed to have people that actually have pushed me from early childhood. But I want to ask you this. I love when you say that you concentrate on first and second year principals. Then just talk briefly, because I know that that's a whole, can of worms, if you will. But because I'm assuming, and I love that you're a leadership coach. You do that as well. But what's some of the things that they have to tackle just being new in that position as a principal? That can be challenging there.
It really is. And, you know, we focus very heavily on the climate and the culture, because you have to establish a culture of learning for all stakeholders, and that includes the students, that includes the parents, that includes your school community, that even includes your business partnerships that you may have. You have to establish that learning is the priority here in my building, because we can get sidetracked because, you know, the students today, they have so much to engage them that learning can take a back seat, and it will in most cases. So you have to be there to direct them, to let them know that this is a learning institution and this is our priority. So at first, it's establishing that culture of learning for all stakeholders in that building. And then secondly, engaging those stakeholders, because now, you know, we say parents are our partners, but do you really believe that? And the whole village, it takes a village. That's been an old saying, but you have to really believe that. You cannot do it alone as a school entity, as even a parent entity. We must come together to make this happen for our students, because, and again, it sounds cliches, but these students are our future. They are the ones that's going to be working on those planes and trains and cars and doing all these wonderful things, preparing our food and all this stuff. We want to make sure that we are educating productive citizens to go out and be the best that they can be, because they are the future. They are. And so you have to believe that and know that it takes a village to make a difference in the lives of children. And thirdly is the impact of literacy. And, you know, we talk about that often. You know, like I said, I'm an educator at heart. I can talk about this all day. But the impact of literacy And people think of literacy in just reading, but literacy is in everything we do. You have to understand everything. There is reading and math. You have to understand the importance of literacy across the curriculum. And so those are like the three big buckets that I assist my novice leaders in really going in and helping their teachers to understand. Because as administrators, the teachers are our learner. And so we have to empower them. We have to engage them to make the impact on the students, because the classroom teachers are the front line. We're not, for the most part, in classrooms teaching. We are behind the scenes helping build up that classroom teacher so that they can be the most effective classroom teacher that they can be, so that instruction can be imparted correctly and appropriately, so that we can get our students where they need to be. And we know that education, especially here in the United States, is not where it needs to be. We lag behind so many of the countries. We've got to change that, Dr. Renee. We have to change that. And so in order to do that, the rigor in the curriculum must be there initially to start off and establish that culture of learning so that everyone understands that learning is the priority in your building.
Ooh, I want to shout right there, because I tend to partner with the different schools here in Atlanta, and usually I speak on Career Day or whenever they want me to come in. And the last time I did that was earlier this year, and I'm kind of good that I've been through ups and downs in my life, so I know how to conceal my emotions. But I'm saying that to say, they ended up changing the protocol. You know, usually with Career Day, you're speaking to a whole body of people, right? And so we actually ended up having to go to each class. So that was kind of different for me. But, you know, you usually can, you know, for the kids, you just adjust. But anyway, it hurt my heart. So we went to the 12th grade, the 11th grade. You know, everybody kind of knew what they wanted to be, had somewhat of a plan of what they, you know, of course that's going to change, even though, but in the 9th grade, so many people in that 9th grade had that stare, like they didn't even want to pay attention. And it hurt my heart, because when I started doing my presentation, I had to put the book down. I had to, my notes went out like I do a sermon. It went out the window, because my first question was, well, do they believe in themselves? Out of the 15 people in that class, 2 people raised their hand.
Wow.
So, you know, I had to get on the floor. We had all on the floor, and we had to go through some belief. And I'm so glad that I actually know how to do the belief, you know, try to believe in yourself, different exercises we went through. And we ended up having a good time, but it hurt my heart. I was crying pretty much the whole time. But I'm so glad I did that, because I actually had some of the kids, and the teacher was like, oh, my God, I even needed that. Because, you know, you get to a point, are you really doing what you have been called to do? So I'm so glad that you are there for them, for the first, especially going to another level to being a principal, and that could be amazing. So I can say accolades all day long to you and the things that you do.
Yes, thank you so much. I enjoy what I do, and that's really why the private practice was open, because I enjoyed it so much. I wanted to make an impact outside of my school district. I'm in the Washington, D.C. area, and I work directly with our novice administrators, but as in my first book, Next in Line to Lead, The Voice of the Assistant Principal, I really wanted to get at the heart of how were these school districts preparing these leaders to be the next in line to lead. What are they doing? That was really part of my dissertation. And so it stemmed from my literature review from my dissertation. And so that's just the path that I follow. Leadership is what I know. Leadership is what I'm passionate about, and so I do focus on school leaders. I focus on women leaders, and so and all of my books really speak to that. And I try to remain consistent in that because I do wholeheartedly believe that leadership matters. No matter what type of leader you are and what entity, what's your industry, you have to be a leader. And, you know, I was at this Women in Leadership conference, and one of the speakers said a dynamic quote that was so profound that leadership truly is about inspiration and not manipulation. And, you know, and I said, you know, that is so true because all of us have experienced leaders who try to manipulate you into following them or doing what they say. But that's not true leadership. That's not true leadership. You have to be an inspiration to someone. That influence must come out so that even if your title is not leader, you are a leader because of your actions and not your title. And so that I just took to heart because that's what I try to instill in the individuals that I work with, either the aspiring entrepreneurs that are trying to get their business together, and I specialize actually in the educator entrepreneur. So those educators who want to start a business, because let me tell you, educators, and I think you said it before, we wear so many different hats. And so there's so many skills and so much talent that we have as educators that many people would like to put that to use in their own business. And so I show them how to do that. You don't have to give it all to that school district where you are. You can have some yourself. You can say that and be, you know, that leader on your own. And so that's really what I do. I help those educator entrepreneurs decide and get that niche down and decide what it is that they want to do, and I help them launch their business. I'm so excited. It has given me just a new life, Dr. Renee. It has given me a new purpose. And so I'm just so fortunate that I'm able to be in this space to do that now. I've learned a lot over the years. I'm an educator for over 20 years, and that 20 years plus have just filled me with experience. So I'm just grateful that I'm able to do it.
Wow. And I just love your energy with it because so like you said earlier, you did say that you can talk about it every day because that's your passion. That's what you're called to. So I love it. I love it because I can attest to what you're saying. But let me ask you this. So with that, the things that you've done, I do want to give you, again, your accolades because now, not just saying in that arena, you actually have launched out and you've been in several collaborations and then books of your own. And tell us about that experience because a lot of people don't understand, I think, this is just my opinion, the power of being part of a collaboration.
Oh, yes. Now, and that's so funny because that's how I got my start. I actually, I'm in network marketing as well, which is an industry that I love as well. And so my first book, the MLM book, I was invited to be a part of this anthology that featured individuals from multi-level marketing industry. And so we just basically shared, our experience in the industry. And when I tell you after this book was published, the author bug bit me. And I tell you, what it did for me, I wanted to be able to give that feeling to others. And so that's really why my specialty is the anthology. Because number one, as busy individuals, now we can all, and I encourage everyone to eventually write their own book, but especially for an aspiring author, someone who is not yet published, that is probably the safest and the easiest and the quickest way to get your feet wet into that whole journey of authorship. You only have to provide a chapter on something that you know that aligns with the theme of the book. And then it opens you up to so many other possibilities. I began speaking because of my published work. I became aware of other individuals, so my circle was widened because of that. Because when people buy your book, whether they buy it for you or not, you're in the book. And so so, they're going to read your story, and someone connects with that. I cannot tell you how many people connected with me after people that, of course, that I don't know, to say they really connected with my story. One of my books, I talk about how I had to overcome self-doubt because that had me gripped. I was a self-doubter. And I had to overcome that, and I speak about that. This was after my father's death back in 2008, and I was actually in a doctoral program at that time, and I didn't finish. So when I just finished my doctoral degree this year, 2017, people don't understand. I wasn't shouting because I was a doctor. I was shouting because of the process and the progress I made, because at one time I didn't think I could do it. I had to overcome that. So when people hear me say I am Dr. Sharon, I'm not hyping myself up because I have a doctorate degree. I'm hyping myself up because I made it through a time when I didn't think I could make it through. And so that's why people they have to know the process and what people go through. It's not just the end result. It's what happens throughout that whole time. And so I wrote about that in one of my anthologies, and so many people reached out to me because they resonated with my story. They connected with me, and it just filled me so much, Dr. Renee. I'm like, when we write, when we do these things, we're not doing it for ourselves. We're doing it to help someone else. And until we understand that, then we're not going to move forward. You don't have your gifts and your talents for you. You have it to be a help to someone else. And so now that same graduate who didn't finish their doctoral program, I gave someone life to say, hey, you can do it. You can start over. I had to start over. I couldn't even pick up where I left off. I had to start over this doctoral. And so someone that resonated with, that gave them inspiration to say, hey, she did it. I can do it too. That's what it's about to me. And so when I focus on my collaboration books, I'm trying to give someone else that feeling that I had because the opportunity was given to me. So I put one out every season. I have one every quarter. I have an anthology out inviting these inspiring authors to be a part so you can get that feeling. Because what's going to happen, you're going to get it, and then you're going to go off of your own and do your own thing. And that's what I want. I want you to get the independence to feel like you can do this now. And so to me, the collaboration books are everything, everything. It's an unselfish moment for me. I want to highlight individuals who are doing these wonderful things. It's not about me. It's not about me. It never has been, and it never will be. It's about giving other people the information and the tools and the feeling that I had when I became a first-time published author. So that's what the collaboration is all about for me.
I totally relate to you. I know. Woo, glory. Oh, I know the feeling, so I know what you're saying, and that's just amazing. And people don't realize. I mean, you have to. I mean, no matter what industry you're in, from a healthcare professional to being in the fivefold ministry, people want something tangible when you speak that they actually can take with them. And people miss that point. And back in the day, when we have to go to traditional publishers, I mean, that was a whole nother ballgame, but they are
right
out there that's very reasonable now. But I tell people, please do it with the spirit of excellence. There are so many books out there that's not edited, that the cover, you like, okay, where did they get this cover? Cause,
exactly.
So the point is, please do it in the spirit of excellence. We have a publishing company, and then Dr. Sharon has her, I tell people like this, Dr. Sharon, that if I'm not a fit for you, I got plenty of people in my network and plenty of people on my social media page that I can refer you to. The key is, just like you said, step out and actually share your message to because somebody else thinking that they all alone and they not. Oh my God, you got me going on that. But I want to ask you this though, with your themes that's coming up. you know, I got to just go on and say, but what's next? I know that the next in line, but what's on your plate after you release these for the following year? You just gonna, you know, I just pray that increase just keeps coming and coming. That's what I pray.
Yes, absolutely. And as I said, I have anthologies coming up. You know, I've already put them out to fill the contributing authors for that. And mostly my books do focus on educators, because that's, you know, what I am. And it focuses on, I will be putting out one for teachers, for classroom teachers, highlighting them. The whole Next in Line to Lead is a series, and so that will be featuring the voice of different people in education, whereas the first one was the voice of the assistant principal. The next one will be the voice of the leadership coach, so those who are coaching these principals. I also have one coming out that will chronicle first-year principals and their journey. So I have about 10 principals that are reflecting and journaling their first school year. And so we're going to publish that at the end of by the summer of 2018. That will come out. And so it's just so many. I offer aspiring authors weekend retreats, here in the Washington, D.C. area. I host a podcast for authors. And so my plate is full, but I wouldn't trade it for anything, because I'm loving what I'm doing right now. It's a newfound freedom for me. And so I'm loving every second of it. And, you know, I just had my 48th birthday this week. And when I tell you, many years ago, I would not even acknowledge my birthday, Dr. Renee. And here recently, I came to realize, honey, it's a blessing to have a birthday. And you better believe it is. And so from that point on, probably starting from last year, I started embracing and celebrating my next year of age, because tomorrow, the next hour, the next day is not promised to any one of us. And I'm grateful. I'm humble, honey. I'm a woman of faith. And so I am believing for the miracles that are going to happen in my life. And so I'm just excited about it. And so, you know, I'm still celebrating my birthday. I'm grateful that for the year. But I have so much more ahead of me. And so I just, first of all, just appreciate you opening and allowing me to be on your platform to share what's next in my life, what's next in my businesses and my organizations. I so appreciate you for that, Dr. Renee.
Oh, I just love you. I love the things that you do. And you know, y'all know I love the energy, right? I just love it. Oh, my, I love it. Oh, Lord, Dr. Sharon. But, oh, Lord, I just, again, I do thank you for being in your purpose. And we truly, truly thank you here at Good Deeds for actually taking the time out and being with us. Oh, God, because I know about that being busy. But you know what? God gives us the grace to do so many things. And be in the spirit of excellence, of course.
Excellent. That's it. That's right.
That's it. Mm-mm. But Dr. Sharon, please, if we have missed anything, please tell us, and then, of course, tell us how we can contact you and let us know how we can support you on social media as well.
Absolutely. And so my main social media is I am Dr. Sharon, and you can follow me on Twitter at I am Dr. Sharon. On Facebook, if you go to iamdr.sharon.com, that will take you to my Facebook page, but certainly all of my entities have their own social media, such as the G.R.I.N.D Entrepreneur Network, Write the Book Now, and Perfect Time SHP. We're all on Instagram and Twitter, but certainly I am Dr. Sharon is my main point of focus in Twitter and Instagram, and also my website at sharon-h-porter.com. You can certainly find all about what I'm doing on there that will lead you to all of my sites as well. And I just encourage, if you're an author and you want to be on writethebooknow.com, Write the Book Now interview and podcast show, certainly reach out to me. And so that I can send you the details on how to do that. If you're an aspiring author, you can contact me as well at info@writethebooknow.com. We can talk about getting you started. If you're an educator and you're interested in becoming an entrepreneur, contact Dr. Sharon. I am here to assist you. So thank you, Dr. Renee. This has been such a pleasure, and I'm just so appreciative of your willingness to help us be exposed. So I really appreciate that.
Ooh, I just love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. She's just so powerful. Oh, I'm just so, she's going to make me go and jump up, and it's just amazing. But thank you so much. And we'll have to get you back when those things come back. We'll have to come back and get your authors to come back. And I just love that she has a sharing heart, and I love that. I love that she wants to share and build other people, and that's gonna lead you into many new directions, many different levels, because you have a grateful heart and you want to share and help other people. So thank you so much for being here with us on Good Deeds.
Thank you.
Woo, ladies and gentlemen, I know you enjoyed that. I did too. We're going to make sure we get that replay up real quick for you on that. Please share it with your friends and your family, and, y'all know how to do it, But, the things that we do here, we just want to help and build other people that they can help shine their light to the world. That's my whole mission, purpose in life, to help you shine your light to the world. If you want to know more about advertising, sponsorship here on the radio show, we also, everybody keeps saying, can we see the cover of the Good Deeds magazine? We kind of have it, it's blurred out on the social media that we have put up, because it's going to be a surprise when we launch it out. You can kind of look real close to figure out who it is. It's a Grammy Award winner. That's up there. But if you want information about being a contributor, we actually people just send emails like everywhere. But we do have a couple of spots left for advertisers if you want to continue exposure. The great thing about this is when we promote you across the board. That means our radio show, our TV show. We do have a publishing company. We're working on a prayer collaboration. So, amen. So if you want to actually be a part of that, you can as well. Now Dr. Sharon going to be ready now. You make sure you support her in the things that she's doing as well. But our website is www.renesunday.com. Our nonprofit organization, you can get information there as well, and also for the publishing company. And also our events that's coming up. We started back our Women's Fellowship local here in Atlanta every month. It's using a private location, but we're growing so big we outgrowing that location. So we'll be moving to another location very soon. That's, not too far to drive. And then, we always have our retreats. But always remember, you do have a calling. You do have a reason you were born. You're not a mistake. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You have to do the three things, right? You have to believe, you have to trust, and you got to walk it out. Okay? You got to walk it out. You got to walk it out. And you got to don't stop. You got to get it. Now, my team told me, I forgot to say, but we actually have our podcast on iTunes. We on Speaker. We on iHeartRadio. We on YouTube. We all over social media. But the thing is, we want to help you shine your light to the world. And this is Good Deeds, and I'm Dr. Renee Sunday. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.